Hello everyone. How you hear me? So today I would like to celebrate with you Juneteeth, 10th day, I think too. Juneteenth day. Juneteenth day is federal holiday in the United States commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African. And I found out about this event in one website called Internation. They have very good website here, and they have a lot of events here. So I'm trying to find events that are close to me here. And I found this event here. What is Juneteenth? And they have a meeting now, Zoom meeting. I mean, I can even show you how they are talking. I just left the meeting. Some people there, like, organizing it. Let's check it out. There are some people here. They are watching some videos together. They are talking about this event. By the way, I watched a lot of movies about this topic, and I learned about what happened to African people before. It's really crazy. And how they free themselves, how they fighted for their freedom. It was a big fight. I mean, still other nations are also fighting for their freedom. I think I'm turning. I hope they don't have music here. I know. Not here. Four million people were enslaved. Anyone is here? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay. Maybe they are not talking. And yeah, they were punishing them. They were treating them very badly. It's a, it's a big pleasure when I see like those people in that time, like 50s, getting work and I mean having businesses, and even like after participating in the politics. And by the way, I myself, I am from Africa, so I am from Algeria, so I'm also kind of African. I met many Africans there in Algeria, and I saw some of them that they even like run from Africa to go to Europe because I mean their life there is hard. Yeah, Anura Kudara. Yeah, maybe I will go there. Okay, someday. Anurapura. Okay, I will check it later. And some of them, they to go to Europe, they use the boat, like a little boat, because those who doesn't have like don't have a lot of money for the ticket for the airplane. By the way, how you hear me, Allison? I'm not sure. Hello, hello. They don't have the money for the airplane, so they go by boat, and some of them like draw how to say drone in the water because they don't get there. Yeah. What's the word I need to use? Like when somebody fall in the water and stay in the water, like draw. Oh my god. Sounded good. Тонуть. Drone. Okay. They just drone in the water. They don't get to Europe. And a lot of people, they cross the White Mediterranean Sea and to get to Europe, and they drown. A lot of people in the White Mediterranean Sea. Okay, for some reason I don't hear them. These guys. This meeting. Yeah, something is wrong. Anyway. Yeah, what do you know, by the way, about this event? Any ideas you have? I mean, it's similar. I mean, the situation with the Russian who left the country to not be mobilized. It's kind of similar because I mean, when somebody is just taken to war without their how to say their will, it's also kind of slavery. I mean, even now slavery still exists. And even now, like some people, for example, they work in very hard works, and they are like slaves because they don't have another choice. Do you celebrate somehow this event in US? I don't know. June. I mean, I'm hearing about this event, this thing, for the first time in my life. Yeah, something is wrong with the stream, or I don't know. Country secret Independence Day. Yeah, for some reason they write like it was in 2021 when it was created, this event. A couple of years ago. Oh. Yeah, what do you think about it? I mean, maybe it's not that I mean related to me or to you. Like, I don't have a lot of people like from Africa, for example, watching me. What do you think about it? Because, by the way, I am not that in touch with the Afro-American community also. I wish to. I like their language, how they talk. Their accent in English is great. I like a lot of Afro-American actors like Eddie Murphy and others. I love them. Thank you, Sam. There's like a good movie about this from Will Smith. I think about slavery. Recently, I watched it. When, by the way, like one of the new movies of Will Smith, I think this one, Emancipation. If you didn't watch the movie, I advise you to watch it, because it shows, by the way, like how, like, I mean, he became free, and when he became free, he get to go to the army, and in the army he turned again like kind of to slave, because he had to fight, he had to, I mean, to do what they ask him to do. So you can say, like, when I watched the movie, I like remember about the mobilization. I mean, in Russia, I mean, it was like similar thing, and I even thought like this movie is new, and it's kind of actual to talk about. It's a very nice movie about how Lincoln, I think he. Hello, Kate. Lincoln, I think he announced that these people are free, and one of the leaders, I mean, of the colony that was telling people what to do, he didn't want to listen to the order of Lincoln, and they kept them, like, they wanted to keep them slaves, but they heard about what Lincoln I think said, and they fighted back, and they get their freedom, but a lot of them died. I mean, I watched a lot of movies about this topic, and I feel them. Is a holiday I became aware of several years ago. It celebrates the end of the slavery in the USA. In Texas, the slave owners kept the news of emancipation quiet from the black for months. Yeah, I mean, they have seen very bad time. I mean, the first time was with the Native Americans. I mean, when European people came, so the Native Americans suffer a lot. Like how to call them correctly? I mean, not Indians, no. Native Americans, tribes, yes. Anyway, I know that indigenous Indians, yes, American Indian. Yeah, so they suffered like the first, and then I mean, what happened? I mean, they still had the slavery before in Europe, so they came there with their slaves, and it was like something normal. Maybe even Indians, Native Americans didn't know about that. I mean, they were kind of civilized. Celebrate when all USA black were where they were free. It is a Jewish holiday with patriotic decorations, fireworks, and family gathering. Ah, nice. Yeah. I hope someday I will visit US and I will record that in a video. Yeah, it's nice. I like to meet people. I like when there are some celebrations. It's really nice. Yeah, because I mean, I was just looking for events here in Sri Lanka. I don't know, like nobody maybe is organizing them here in the Internation. I mean, it's a new website where it's possible to create a group. I know I created the group. I don't know if it's approved or not. Like a group of yeah, I don't know they approve it or not. YouTubers in Sri Lanka. I have this idea. So if you know a YouTuber from Sri Lanka, you can tell them about me, and we can create a group together to discuss things we record and events and lots of stuff to collaborate together. I have this idea, so I'll do it right now, because I always have good ideas, and it's hard to find people who support them. For example, recently I shared an idea in the community. Let me read this first. About sending me a video. So this is what I asked. Nobody, like, I mean, was interested, but I don't know. I will keep doing this, asking people. Maybe here not a lot of people read, but anyway, 45 like it, so they saw that. Anyway, no matter where are you from, where you live, you can participate in my video. I mean, I wanted to create a video. I mean, in the video, I put your videos. I mean, videos of subscribers. So subscriber can send me any kind of videos, like walking in the street, like recording surrounding, showing interesting place. I mean, anything. And even without the face, I mean, if people don't like to show their faces, mostly this is what I face. Being a YouTuber, like a lot of people, they don't want to be in camera. Even without face, it's possible. So, by the way, I think I have microphone is working here and there. Do you hear me now? I think I had the echo. I should have had the echo. Do you hear me now? You should hear me from the microphone, and that's. Anyway, you said that the microphone is good. Okay. So no matter where are you from, where you live, you can participate in my video. I always want to create a video with my subscribers, so you can send me a video using the website. Like this is a website where you can send the video to my email, and I will upload the video. This is a good website to not, use your email. It will be like to take a long time to upload. Here you can upload the video, and you can send me a nice video with you talking about how you subscribe to me, for example, and why you are still subscribing to me. Or you can send me something nice you recorded in your country. As well, you can record yourself talking a little bit, about yourself. Try to be short, or even you can record something without your face. For example, the place you live in, just a nice place in your area, or anything you want to send. I'll edit the video, mention your name if you want, or just post in telling that's a video from a subscriber from particular country. I'm sure such video would be fun to watch. You can also share your ideas in the comments, what you think people can send me. I mean, what kind of videos? Let's collaborate. I mean, this is, and you can send me like the ideas here. I don't know. Only one commented. Maybe my channel is is dying. Great idea. Only Kate. Thank you, Kate. Yeah. Anyway, that happens to YouTube. I mean, sometimes there is like a big activity you enjoy, and then like it drops. Yeah, for example, the last videos, usually I have like more than thousands of views every time I post. The last video like 700, like, yeah. Anyway, so I just have an idea to collaborate with people, with my subscribers. If you are interested, so you can send me. Echo again. Oops. Sound like you're. Thank you, Sam. There's an echo. Yeah. Oh. Okay, let me remove this audio maybe. Hello, hello. What about now? Is there an echo? Why two devices? Thank you, Sam. Yeah, Kate, you can send any kind of video. Let's have some fun. There's no echo anymore? No. Just write no echo. Only no, do you mean the echo? Hello, how you hear me? Hello. Anyway. Okay. So what do you think about the freedom? Do you feel free? No echo. Okay, thank you. Being in a warm climate, sure, you have to remember it's summer in the northern hemisphere. The first day of summer soon. People are just busy sometimes, buddy. Channel not that by yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least I mean some. You notice that when there is like an activity. Yeah, this is also a kind of freedom when you know that people can be in touch with you, can discuss your ideas, can support you, can, I mean, of course, also a kind of freedom. Because we are like in online and we all want to have some attention, and it's good to be in touch, to collaborate. Yeah, because the thing that I am kind of running of ideas, it's hard, I mean, to always imagine, like before when I just came to Sri Lanka, I was recording almost every single day. I mean, every single day, and very, very long videos. Yeah, because I had a lot of content to share. I mean, we were like in living with the locals here, and they showed us a lot of things. Yeah, and recently also besides, like, I am running out of ideas, I'm also a little bit sick. I have a little bit of flu. Yeah, I subscribed because my sister mentioned you and your family when you were having a hard time in Dubai, so I decided to take a look. I like your content. Thank you, Tanya Wes, very much. I like your comments. They are very long and I read them all. Yeah, but sometimes I laugh, I mean, about YouTube. I mean, when you see, like, I mean, someone famous on YouTube, so they don't even care about the comments. I mean, they don't even read them, I think. And they don't reply them. I mean, you check the comments, I mean, you see my maybe 1-2 reply in all the comments. I mean, when someone like is very famous on YouTube, they don't care at all. But someone like me, or a lot of people who has a little channel, they answer, they reply every single comment, and they interact with everyone and read all the comments. And in the end, like, you don't see like the results expected. I mean, it's crazy when those people who don't care. They don't. I sometimes I even think, like, maybe it's better to not reply to comments, so my videos will be like having more views and more subscribers will come. Maybe that's the thing that should be done. I don't know. It's funny. Go to Aluthkande. It's a street food here in Colombo. Yeah, I mean, you can show me if you are here in Colombo. I think you said we can meet. Yeah, and a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers I tried to meet here, and they are, all of them are busy. I mean, or they say we already left the country, or they say, yeah, they are not interested, or they don't reply. Also, it was like very hard to collaborate with someone. I don't know. I don't understand this. It's impossible, but everybody left. I mean, and I mean, I contact people who had have videos, like fresh videos about Colombo, about Sri Lanka, and I contact them in Instagram, and they said, I left. You left the country. I don't know. It's that's why I'm looking for websites, for events, for anything to meet people. I mean, to meet people who are interested, to collaborate. Most of your subscribers are Sri Lanka, North America. Yeah, I have like from Sri Lanka about 37%. I mean, most of people now are from Sri Lanka. Yes, that's why I'm thinking to make a special stream for them because I make usually streams at this time at night to my old subscribers who are from US, and they are the only subscribers who can support, because I think in Sri Lanka the super chat and all this stuff are not working. Yeah, so that's why I do the stream at night. But mostly, like, I will show you here somewhere. The audience, here's like. Okay, I see it. Yeah, like most of people like from Sri Lanka, I mean, almost 40%, like 39% are from Sri Lanka. From United States, only 13%. When I was in Turkey, from United States, it was like about 40%. Yeah. So it dropped. People from the United States are watching less and less. Maybe they are not interested to Sri Lanka. I don't know. But I have now more Sri Lankans, like 40% of the United Kingdom, like 5%, Canada 3%, Australia 3%. Yeah. Most of okay, I would suggest limiting videos to 10 minutes and to live like you are. I noticed that shorter videos seem to do better. No, it's not like I'm almost sure about that. Like the longer video should do better. I mean, like more than 8 minutes at least. That should do better. And I'm trying to do that like about 10 minutes, not more. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long the video is. It doesn't matter. It's what matters is the topic and a lot of other stuff. Anyway, I mean, in Sri Lanka, I am having more views than I have in Turkey, and that's better, I would say. Yes, subs to channel. Many have lost several thousand subscribers the last few months, so it's not your channel. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not losing now. I'm not losing subscribers. I just mean that the activity is not that high. I mean, and you can see that in the comments. I mean, for some reason I like, and it's somehow nice that people don't care about lives. I mean, lives, or they are watched like by 20, 30 people, now only 12 people, because I feel more comfortable, because those who watch lives, they know me and I know them. I feel more comfortable talking to them. But in the end, I mean, I don't see the lives commented. I don't see the lives commented. I see videos commented. So when I create a video, I see a lot of comments, like the videos. But in live, I don't see a lot of video comments. I mean, let's take any video, like the comments, like about 40-50 comments. It's amazing. It's great about the video. Lives, less people watch lives. And also the community tab. The community tab, I think, is also important. Yeah, but I always have about 100 people watching those. So 80 people, for example, check this post. Anyway, like the videos are doing much better. Here, like 119 people voted, most of people, they like to see videos. Yeah, so not streams, not posts. Yeah, but maybe that's why I will feel more comfortable to stream. I feel blessed. I escaped living through a category 4 tornado without any major injuries. It wipes out 70% of the home here. We were lucky. We only lost. Oh, we're still rebuilding. Yeah, that's happening in US. A lot of tornado. I don't know. I didn't hear about tornado in other places. Mostly I hear about that in US. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we also get saved from the earthquake in Turkey. I mean, when I saw that, and remember, I mean, I was kind of ready for anything. Here, people, they talk about tsunami, that we can have tsunami here in Sri Lanka, but I don't know. It happened only once, and I don't think it will happen. I don't know. We never know. Maybe this catastrophe or natural disasters are needed somehow to educate people about something. I don't know, because we never know where we will be and where that natural disaster will reach us. Maybe people just need to start again, sometimes from fresh. I don't know what's the reason behind that. "12 years ago." Ah, you mean tsunami? Prefer earthquakes that you can prepare for. Ah. So tornado, it's like something sudden. I don't know a lot about tornado. It's suddenly happening. Yeah, so you never know where maybe it happens and when. This is the issue, maybe. Yeah, I can imagine like people losing their homes and losing their relatives, maybe, and friends. It's really crazy. Yeah. So how long I'm streaming? It's not clear here. Ah, 38 minutes. "19 years, that's mind-blowing. Where in the world does go?" Not teen. I forget about the name of this. Juneteeth. Juneteeth. 10th. I don't know how, like, could people just take other people and enslave them. It's really crazy. Like today I was talking with my wife and she said like that I am like not telling any kind of truth or something. But it's sure like there are like some people who are like leading this world, I mean, and creating some events in it. I mean, it shouldn't be like, you know, just by coincidence, things happening. I'm almost sure like that there are top people who are doing things. I mean, maybe creating wars, creating crazy things in this world. It's possible because I mean, when we see like we always have hierarchy of people from the bottom to the top, and somebody always affects other. I mean, somebody always dictates someone what to do. I know my wife doesn't she see that such picture. I mean, I try to look big, to think big, and that's I mean what I think. Because a lot of crazy things sometimes they happen. I mean, not by coincidence. And the same about before. I mean, like some kind of people they just decided to have slaves to use other people, and they thought, okay, let's do it with that people from Africa. I mean, maybe because they were poor, they weren't that protected, and European countries, they had a lot of power, and they were already like leading the world, and how to say, colonizing countries, and they decided just to use a group of people for their own benefit, to serve them, like for free or even for food. It's really crazy. I mean, they fight back. It's good, and they won their independence. And but still, there are. I hear stories about that. There are still some people. They don't treat them very well. I mean, it's really crazy. I mean, it's just a color of skin. I mean, after this skin we have the same structure. Everything is the same, like the same organs, the same body, the same skeleton. After the tornado, cars were stacked up on the top of each other. Oh, my neighborhood looked like a war zone. Cell phone towers for 30 miles radius were put down. And when it happened just recently, tornado, and where the Portuguese started that slave triangle, other get the blame. Portuguese, but not only like Portuguese were doing that. I thought all those who came to US, I mean, leading from Europe, they had slaves. I don't know. I don't know a lot about the history of slavery. Yes. Slavery or indigenous, even indigenous people, they were slaves. Colonial history. Illegal. It was even some illegal human trafficking. Forces. Africa itself was a large slavery trader before Europe was on the scene. You know, Nigerian and Egyptian. Yeah, I know about that as well. Like I know that in Algeria, for example, they had like a very big market of women. Okay, let me close some tabs here. Okay. In Algeria, so I will tell you. Women, I've said women sold in Algeria. They had women maybe market in Algeria. They had a very big market of women. It was a long time ago. It was a famous market. They were bringing them from Turkey and from other countries and kind of selling them. It was like also slavery there. Portuguese did it in 1500. Okay. Legal institution human shares was very comparison. 1776. Okay, in US to 1865. Slavery was established through European colonization in the America from 1526, as you said. During early colonial day, it was practiced in what became Britain colonies, including the 13 colonies that formed in the United States under the law. An enslaved person was treated as property that could be bought, sold, or given away. Slavery lasted in about half of US state until abolition in the decades after the end of the Reconstruction. Many of slavery economic and social functions were continued through segregation, racism and stuff, discrimination. Arkansas, Tennessee, okay, 168 miles of Kentucky was torn up by the series of tornado. It was December 22. And the air temperature was 73 degrees. Wow. We had many warnings and then it hit us. Many warnings. Why you didn't leave when you had warnings? Then you have to Ottoman Empire that enjoyed Persian slavery if it's conquered through Persia and okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, they also Ottoman Empire, they kind of failed because they weren't respecting their own rules. Yeah, that's what's in Arabic countries taught about them, because they kind of were like respecting all the rules that they have. That's why they started growing, and when they started to do bad things, the empire was destroyed. The Atlantic slave trade began 1440 when Portuguese traders brought the first large number of slaves from Africa to Europe. Yeah, so it was You mean it was a common thing in all the world? I thought only in Europe. In 1526, Portuguese mariner carried the first shipload and African slaves to Brazil in the Americas, establishing the Atlantic slave trade. Yeah, it was Tsar Alexander that abolished slavery in Russia, right? I don't know about Russia. The first permanent European inhabitant of Manhattan was escaped slaves from the Caribbean because no one in Europe wanted New York then. This is before Dutch colonization. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, hello Sandlev, by the way, Sandev. Yeah, I don't know a lot about what happened to Russia. I'm not that good in the history. I'm just, creating content about different topics. By the time of the American Revolution War, okay, the status of enslaved people had been institutionalized as racial caste associated with African ancestry during the immediately following the revolution. Abolitionist laws were passed in the most northern state, and the movement developed abolish slavery. This is abolish slavery. Okay. The role of slavery under the United States was the most continuous issue during its drafting. Although the creators of the Constitution never used the word slavery. The final document through the 3/5 clause gave slaves owners proportionate political power by augmenting the congressional representation and the electoral college votes. Okay. We took shelter, most of us, from tornado. Tornadoes are unpredictable. I was in Paruha, before it hits. Raced home. Spring together right before the first tornado warning. Yeah, I kind of, I don't know. You can say I just believe in destiny, and I think if something is meant to be, it will happen to me. Yeah, that's the same about like when we had like the the war when it started in Russia, and the people, not people, the airplanes were flying, and we were hearing like sounds of airplanes, and that sound was like like a bomb flying to you. Those airplanes were military airplanes. We were living next to the base, military base, and that's why we were very afraid. We lived next to the military base for like about 7 years in that place, and nothing happened before. We just knew that there is a military base very close to us, like 10 minutes, but we never heard we rarely saw like military cars or military people walking there. They were walking there, but they were without any weapons, anything. Like 7 years we just lived there, we were seeing them, but we never heard airplanes flying. So like when it all started after February 2022, we started hearing those airplanes, and it was very scary. Like the first moment, like about 2 months, we were hearing them like something like that. Then we start hearing the ambulance all the time. They were like wounded, I think wounded the word, wounded people, they were taking them. So we were hearing, and sometimes like the funny thing, or I mean, I don't know, they do that by purpose or something else. The funny, the not funny, I mean, the fact that they were starting that sound, or that they start flying at about midnight. I mean, it's crazy. When we just go to sleep, we hear them. Like, why they? I mean, they didn't fly during the day or something. I mean, exactly when everybody is sleeping, they start flying. I mean, and we had to wake up at night. So we wake up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I don't know. Just waking up and afraid, or just sometimes I was just waiting like for some time to hear them to go to sleep, because if I go to sleep, it's hard for me to sleep again. This is like the issue I have. If I wake up, for example, at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I can't sleep after. It would be hard for me to sleep after. That's why I was just waiting when we will hear them, like at midnight, at 1 a.m. and going to sleep. So those, like, that time we lived there, like about 6 months we lived hearing all that. I mean, the first 2 months we just get used to that. I mean, we just get used to that, and I mean, we were thinking that it's okay. I mean, whatever. If something happened, let it happen. I mean, we weren't sure that we will make it. The same when we went to Turkey, we lived there, and we felt the earthquake, and then we heard about a lot of buildings that fell down. The same, we were feeling like whatever. I mean, if it will happen, it will happen. Yeah. And here, I don't know, in Sri Lanka, people, they say like, oh, of course, I don't have like the feeling that will happen like tsunami here. But anyway, anything can happen. Yeah. For example, I am now sick. So some people, they said, I don't know, maybe it's not dengue. There's a disease from the mosquitoes. It's called dengue or dengue. Yeah. So I'm getting sick like for 10 days or something. I don't feel very well, and I also think that if it's dengue or not dengue, I mean, because this is like a dengue or something, it's a flu that people can die from. Yeah, so I'm just living, and I still believe in destiny. So what is planned to me to happen will happen. Or sometimes we can't control everything. We can't control all the events. Just like about tornado. I mean, tornado. You never know when it. Even if they warn you, but I mean, if you can't leave your house and you kind of course, it's better for us to do whatever it needs to be done to protect ourselves. But when the thing happened, it just happened. You can't control it. Okay, I missed some. Okay, where I live, we became a state in March 1820, Missouri Compromise. Look up the Missouri Compromise between slave state and non-slave state. Oh. Slavery was 2,500 years ago. Wow. Yeah, it's possible. You were hearing sonic bombs. Sonic bombs. They can really shake the window and doors. Yeah, they kind of were shaking, I don't know, but how? Why we were hearing them next to us? I mean, they didn't they were just flying from that place. It's crazy. Maine got admission and Missouri got admitted. Free State, Missouri was not. Yeah, some of them became free, some of them no. But in the end, like, freedom won. Like the same about independence of women. I mean, also it's interesting to watch like movies about them, how women were also suppressed by men, and they weren't allowed to work or to do something, and then they fought and they became independent also. Well, there was a lot of devastation from the KI tornado this year. Yeah, I hope we will be safe. And we make it through a lot of things. I mean, through the pandemic, to the war, to the disasters, a lot of stuff. We are made of iron. We are unbreakable. Tell me about it. It's because the US has plane and 3 large bodies of water surrounding the country, so most of the messing can pick up speed and turn it tornado. A lot said about slavery, but if people weren't supposed that they would have died from poverty, I don't know if this idea of mine is correct or not. I know in Africa people were taking for their labor. I don't know. I mean, we can't excuse slavery. I mean, maybe if you ask a slave in that moment, what do you prefer, to die from hunger or to be a slave? Maybe they will say that I prefer to die from hunger. Slavery is still the 3rd largest business in the world behind military and drug trade. Yeah, of course. I mean, we have just a new form of slavery now. Your daughter is a teacher. That's great. Okay. Especially the one who had to with me. I am in SD. We got some massive tornado. Thankful. Much of our state and populated. People are still found in UK being described as in slavery. Imagine. Yeah, I mean, I was in Dubai, so there were a girl from Madagascar, and I worked in the real estate place. So the owner of the work, he were always like, I mean, promising me that I will get they call it ID. So if you start working legally, so you will have ID, you have a work visa, and you can live for a long time in Dubai. And I mean, I was looking for that, and I worked with this guy like 10 days. And he had a girl from Madagascar. She was in India living, and then she went to Dubai, and she also worked with the guy about more than a month. Like during that month, he always was promising her to pay her. He didn't pay her, and he was always promising her that he will make her the ID, so she will be like. In the end, she had to work there. She had to spend all her money, and she had to expire her visa. She broke the law, you can say. But the guy were kept promising her even when like her visa was expired, and she was very afraid of that. And she wasn't paid, and she lost all her money. And a lot of such situations, even in Dubai, still now happening. And people from different like poor countries, they go to work and they think that they will be like rich because like Dubai is a rich country, but in fact it's like divided between like very rich people and others like who lives like I don't know, almost like slaves. it is till now. And the owner of the work, they just how to say, promise them or give them hope that they will have the residence, and they have a lot of money and a lot of things. And I'm sure that not only this girl from Madagascar, I'm sure that in Dubai there are a lot of people who are working months for free, only for food, and waiting to get some documents. Isn't that slavery? Also slavery. 21 years old. Wow, cool. I am 38. The planes, when they break the sound barrier, cause sonic bombs. Those jets were in the big hurry. Yeah, that's why, yeah, happy anniversary, Ri. Look how it's like even like a rhyme, like a poem. Happy anniversary, Ri. Or Ri, happy anniversary. Something like that. Okay. Oops, what I'm doing here. Yeah, crazy. Slavery still exists. Some people, they think that it's not. It just changed the form. Different kind of slavery we have now. Of course, I was talking with my wife, and she said like how like, because I found a video where the guy was talking about the educational system, how it was like implemented, and how like schools were created, and the purpose of the schools why it was created, and etc. Like kids, they have like to spend a lot of time in school. Sometimes they had to learn. Even me, I remember oops. Okay. Even me, I remember that what I want to say. That in schools we were having a lot of things learning, and we weren't like we didn't need those topics. Okay. Okay. We didn't need to learn about all those stuff. A lot of things that kind of waste of time. And also like people, how they finish their study, they go to university, and then like thinking that they will find a good job, and then they go to the real world with their diplomas, and they don't find the work. It's hard for them to find the work. Like they spend like years and years in the in the school, in the university, and in the end, like, I mean, it's not like if you like study, you will have a work for sure. I mean, the university should be like a preparation for work. It shouldn't be like delay. Yeah, I know. The university should be like a preparation for work. You can, and it will be good if they make universities like people study and study exactly what they will do at work, and they will finish the university and go directly to work. I mean, without like looking like the university, find them work, find them job, and teach them only things that they will need in the work. Because a lot of things we were studying in at university, and I don't even remember them. I mean, there are not in need anymore, and a lot of people like they study things that they don't need. So why to spend so much time there? I mean, so I was talking with my wife, and she said like before it was worse, even worse. Like before, like the educational system was created and everything. Like before, it was like slavery and stuff. It was like worse, and only like leading people were living very good life. And she said that also, like, I mean, only good people were educated, and after that everybody turns educated. But just, I mean, the word changed, the form of the slavery changed. Yeah, so slavery still exists. Of course, we are kind of celebrating that people who were really like in a war situation were slaves, of course. And like the word mobilization, what is like mobilization? Why, like the leaders have just to enjoy their life, enjoy their wealth, their businesses, everything, and young people, like, I don't know, just young people who just finished the army, they have to be sent somewhere. Mobilization, is it that also slavery? Also slavery. Yeah, because the US didn't address slavery early on. We didn't have a completely revolution that come later with the horrendous civil war. Yeah, it's nice that they created a war and fight it for their freedom. Yeah, still a lot of people are fighting for their freedoms till now. Just different kind of freedom. For example, me, I have nothing to do with what's happening, and in the end, like, sanction it, and my wife, and we can't open bank accounts, and we can't I don't know, do a lot of stuff that are possible for other people. Even now, like, one of the YouTube money supposed to go before to one bank, like German bank, like situated in Russia. So they did the following. They now take commission 50%. Imagine, like, I mean, if I earn, like, let's say how much I earned, like, from YouTube this week, not this week, this month, like about $200. So $100 should be given to Mr. Bank, to the bank. 50% they take. Before they weren't taking, they were taking, like, I don't know, 1-2% or something like that. And suddenly they just changed their mind, and they decided to take like 50%. So I earned, let's suppose, this month $263. So if I withdraw this through these guys, so it will be like
$130 for me, $130 for the bank. Yeah, it's really crazy. And that's why, I mean, I just remove it from the, and they say about that's because of sanctions. Another bank also, he said, sorry, another bank also, before they said that they want to take commission $200, no matter how much you withdraw. $200 commission. I mean, if I withdraw 263, that means they will take $200. That's another bank, Tinkoff called. And now I am asking someone in Russia to open a bank in another bank account in another non-sanctioned bank, to like withdraw that money and to not gift it to a bank. Yeah, that's what's modern slavery is all about. You don't commit crimes, other people commit them, they don't pay for that. They are sitting there on the top, they are running businesses, flying in the business class and private jets, and people like me, my wife, Bogdan, we have to we have to live like this. We have to struggle to divide our money with banks and to, I don't know, to barely survive, you can say. The liberal arts and their graduated degree often won't help you get a job. I always say to at least have a practical minor so you can find work after graduation. Yeah, I mean, yeah, graduation is just yeah. They at least students, they have to know. At least they have to know that, I mean, but nobody tell them. They have at least to know that, I mean, the thing that they are studying will not be used always at work. It's better maybe to study. Okay, let's suppose like study for just for education, and at the same time, in parallel, to prepare yourself for the work that you want to do in the future. Yeah. I mean, it's sad that they don't teach how to work in the university. They took the whole Cherokee National, put us on this reservation, took away our ways of life. Yeah. Took away our native tongue and taught their English to our young and old beads made by hands, now they made in Japan. Yeah. Yeah, 50%, they lost their mind. 50%. Crazy. Raiffeisen, German bank. This is the news. Raiffeisen. Yeah, 50%. They say because of the sanctions. What has sanctions has to do with that? I mean, sanctions can or just make the how to say the can make the bank not work, or Raiffeisen Bank will introduce a 50% commission for transferring the dollars from other banks. In April, Raiffeisen Bank introduced a fixed fee of $300 for outgoing, but they weren't taking that fee, and will now charge 50% for crediting dollar from other banks. The company explained the decision by changing market conditions. You want to close, just close the bank. Why you tell people that they will take 50% of your money? Oh my god. From June 20, Raiffeisen introduced a commission for crediting dollars from other banks. This was reported on the bank website. The commission will be 50% of the transfer amount, but not more than $500. Yeah, just like 50%, but not more than $500. I mean, if you are earning like, let's say, $10,000, they will take only $500. I mean, if you earn $1,000, you have to give $500. If you earn $700, you have to give $350. Due to changing market condition, the bank is forced to limit the number of incoming transfer in US dollars. To limit. They want just to profit from the situation. I mean, maybe some people they don't. Maybe they already had a bank account there, and they left the country, but they can't change because they have to come back to go open a new bank account, and that's why they kind of decided like to use the situation, and they know that most of people they will not come back who are like earning in dollar in other countries, and they said, okay, let's do like 50% or the maximum. Maybe if someone is rich and they earn, so for them $500 would be nothing if they are earning. I mean, anyway, my last easiest for camel to pass through the eye of the needle, then banker to enter heaven. Yeah, bankers are very tricky people. Crazy. My last college treated education as a business and kept raising tuition and fees to build buildings. After I graduated, they didn't get another penny from me. Yeah. It's a song, Indian Reservation. Yeah, I mean, when also someone creates content like this, I mean, when I don't create content a long time, or I don't say what's in my mind, I don't feel free. Yeah, I feel kind of suppressed. But when I create the content, such content, and I say wherever I want, or I say all the things that I wanted, I feel much better. Yeah, it's a kind of good treatment for psychology of people. I mean, just of course, like most of people, they don't like to record themselves, they don't like to be in camera, in video, but it's a great feeling, because I never visited in my life how to call them, like psychologists. Yeah, I never visited them, never in my life. Yeah, so I was always no matter what happened to me, I was my own psychologist. Yeah, my own doctor. And when I start making videos, I start feeling freedom. I mean, because I say like wherever I want, and I talk to people, and I share my life, I share my thoughts, and I feel really better after that. Yes, recently I am not doing that. Maybe I need to do that again, because I'm kind of making my YouTube channel like related only to travel, like trying to share only travel things. Yeah, not personal things. Yeah, but when I share personal things like this, I really feel free, you can say. So it's also kind of freedom. And the idea of recording videos like YouTube and earning money from that, and it's also kind of freedom. Like people before, they didn't know about such thing. I mean, some people even still now they don't consider a YouTuber it's a work or something. And a lot of people in YouTube, they have like to learn about a lot of things, to do a lot of things, to record, to edit. I even have a video about that where how to become a YouTuber or something like that. And it's really hard work because you have to learn about a lot of things about the and sometimes you even like know what will make your content even famous, but you don't do that because of principles or something. Yeah, so for example, there are things that if I talk about, I'm sure my channel will grow even more, that are very trending, and there are a lot of YouTubers talking about that, but I don't feel myself doing that. I prefer to share my true ideas and to share the big picture that I see about the world, not the little, because there is always like conquer and divide. There is always like two parts in the game, and mostly those parts are winning the game, and only like we say slaves or people who are used by them, they are paying for that. For example, like if we take Russians who left, or Russians themselves who are inside, they are suffering because of sanctions, and people from other countries, they are, for example, suffering from the rise of prices. Even I mean, I have people from Canada I know, and from US, and they said that the prices are rising like crazy, and it's happening in all around the world. And who wins in this situation? Only the leading parts. Yeah, freeing your mind is good. Yeah. Well, if ever do you think you might go back to Russia? I don't know, because you see, like the struggle we are having now, and the more and more. Hello, Lindsay. And the more doors are closing, so kind of you think sometimes if I go to Russia it will be easier, but anyway, I mean, in Russia you will not find a work there. For example, this is the first thing, because most of foreigners left, and I don't think they will have a lot of business. I mean, like before I was like only translating, but I don't like see my future in Russia. I mean, I start mostly learning English and speaking English to speak to the world, and I don't like to be in a iron curtain or something. I just don't see. I mean, sometimes I think about that because it's hard. It's getting harder and harder and harder, and we don't know where to go next, and where we can have the residence, and what we gonna do in the future. A lot of like question marks. That's why like you start thinking about that, but I don't see like the future there. Anyway, I mean, this thing that's happening, I don't think it will ever end. Maybe it will, because the same about when we had the pandemic and everything. I thought that will never end, and it ended suddenly. Like everybody forget about that and stop talking about that in just one day. Just decided that doesn't exist, and no need to worry about that. Maybe this also will stop someday. I mean, the war and stuff. Anyway, I feel that this was like prepared for, because a long time they were already like a lot of, kind of, when you see movies, like before I was seeing movies about the bad guys are Russians. Like in the movies, most of the movies, Marvel movies, or I watch a lot of movies. Yeah, it was like even before, like the call to war never ended, like never, like always it was continuous call to war, and now just burned. Crazy. Yeah. And as I said, in the end, only regular people who suffer from this, not. Yeah, this is the new form of the slavery. Yeah, how to get the independence from this, I have no idea. I think maybe it's too late. Too late for people to be all free. Some aliens have to come and free all people. Crazy. Anyway, it's all crazy and I am going crazy. Whatever is best for you, son. You are both wonderful parents. Yeah, the best for us is to go to a place where it's possible to open a bank account, at least. This is what I struggle with. Or to find a work here. Because, I have this heat rush here in Sri Lanka. When I get out, I always itch. I can't take it. It's, I wanted to get used to this weather here, but it's kind of very hot and humid. I don't know, it's hard. So sometimes I just take my clothes and just put the water on it and just wear it. Maybe that's why I get sick. I don't know. It's not the weather of. I'm full of points here, like red points here. Crazy. Yeah. Today it was like confession day. Yeah, crazy thing happening in the world, and crazy thing happening with me. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being around. Yeah, I think I will finish this stream. I will go to sleep. 1 hour and a half, and I am happy that people, they get their independence. They are free, and it's a good thing to celebrate. Freedom is what we should all aim to. Yeah. So see you in my next videos and next streams. I hope I will find some interesting things to record about and to stream about. Okay, goodbye. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you are doing for me, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing, for donating. That's really good. And goodbye. I wish you all the best.